An application for an urgent court interdict seeking to stop the performance of rituals before the installation of Prince Leku-kela Modjadji as King of the Balobedu has been dismissed with costs in Pretoria's Palace of Justice. Prince Leku-kela is the brother of Princess Masala-nabo Modjadji, who's been tipped to take over as Queen Modjadji VII. The Royal Council announced Lekukela as heir to the throne last year in May, and parties representing the two have since been embroiled in a legal battle. Princess Masala-nabo, who was raised by former ANC Chief Whip Mathole Motshekga after her mother, Queen Makobo Modjadji, died in 2005, was widely expected to take her late mother's place when she turned 18. For more on this story, let's cross now to SABC News reporter Pimani Baloy, who will furnish us with more detail. Very good afternoon, Pimani. Tell us more.
Good afternoon, Nombu. As you rightfully stated, that court application for this installation that is scheduled to take place this evening has been dismissed with costs. Our colleagues in Pretoria were in that court building and will be bringing reports that detail to what that dismissal says. But right now, it's jubilation here at the Modjadji Royal Council, at the royal offices, the tribal offices of the Modjadji Royal Council, where, as you can see behind me, there's festivities. People are feasting after hearing the news of this dismissal of court, and they are assuring us that, you know, that installation will go ahead as planned. I'm joined by the spokesperson of that Royal Council, Mr. Mathole, yet again to speak to us about how they react to this. Mr. Mathole, first and foremost, how do you react to this news?
So see, we are over the moon, highly delighted because of the recent court ruling, which has in the end vindicated us that we were on course. For your information, I can indicate that you can see people have started flocking in, and in their numbers. This is just but the beginning of the great things that are going to happen all along the night until culminating to the morning of Saturday on the 1st, the date that was long indicated last year in April. So we can just tell you that the long and short of it, it's you can come and join, though we are going to tell you up till which level.
Yes, I wanted to talk about that. Take me through your program. What specific rituals or traditional rites will be performed, but also who will be present? Are members of the media welcome to be party to this?
Oh, Ratalita, that is going to happen here. Unfortunately, you see, we have got more than 128 indunas. Each of them is expected to send at least 4 people here. All along the night, they will be going according to different detachments into the secluded place there, doing what we call musebeto. Those are our own rituals, while the elders will be doing other traditional and customary things inside the kraal there. They will be going there detachment after detachment. So unfortunately, number one, the media is not welcome inside. So you and I will be locked out here just to see the outside veranda. Well, maybe in the morning, depending, because we are likely going to have our Royal Council late in the afternoon. Now to look as to how best we are going to manage the whole thing, because it is likely to explode beyond how we have planned it. But as for the media, it's not welcome inside there, unfortunately, Mama.
As we have this celebration lined up, there's one of you, Princess Masala-nabo, who has lost this court bid. There's another one that will be held on the 10th. It seems the family is divided. Will the Royal Council be reaching out to her as one of your own? What can we expect to happen in terms of unity with the princess?
The truth is, Masalanabo is our daughter. Blood is thicker than water. What is actually happening around there is very unfortunate. But at no stage is this family going to disown her. What is actually going to happen is we will live. She's growing with time, and she will see the light at the end of the day that she is being abused and she's being misled. Her rightful place as Makadzi will remain until she comes back home. The great card. Nobody's going to take that place. So we will continue to reach out to her until she comes back home. She is ours. They have just stolen and snatched her, but the child remains ours.
And then let's speak about tomorrow's festivities. Just a sneak peek to our viewers. What can we expect? I understand, will we be allowed in for the festivities during the day as members of the media to show South Africa as this installation happens? And what exactly will there be? Dances? What can we expect?
I don't want to be preemptive, but given all the threats of the court application, our stance until now is that only the royal house, the royal family, and the royal council and the indunas to this far are the only people who will be allowed into the royal residence. As for the media, the current decision as I'm talking to you is, again, I will have to come out of the royal residence to come and brief you as to what is actually taking place. I know you want to go inside, Pima, but unfortunately we've got our own custom and tradition, which unfortunately it's able to bar others from seeing what is not supposed to be seen.
I really understand. As we wrap, Mr. Motshekga, just one question, the elephant in the room. Government recognized this as a queenship. Now you are installing a king. Will there be implications? Have you communicated with government about this?
People are confusing things. You see, by the time when we applied for our status back, I think the world and the nation must know one thing, that this kingdom was disrupted in 1970, when the then two homelands, Gazankulu and Leboa, connived and they wrote to the then Prime Minister, P.J. Foster, that the kingdom must be demoted to an ordinary senior traditional leadership. But immediately from that point on, when some of us grew up, we started challenging and we wanted to know the reason why the demotion. Until the then president, Baba Jacob Zuma, instituted a commission, a thorough commission, the commission which found out that unfortunately it was wrong and our status Sabuhosi Kulu was restored. The restoration by that time, we were still at the level of the queens, but that was not prescriptive that we are going to live and die with the queens. And for this reason, the recommendation for attainment of our status back happened when we were having queens. It was not prescriptive that we are going to live and die with the queens. Hence this change, the great decision that has taken place.
Thank you so much, Mr. Motshekga. That is Mr. Ronnie Motshekga telling us that, you know, people who are worried that there will be an impact on the fact that they will be installing a male leader on this throne. He's saying that won't be happening. They've spoken to government to ensure that this happens. Nompu, it's back to you now.
Thanks very much, my colleague there, Pimani Baloyi.